1 minute. I'll find something here. Damn. Wait a minute. Okay. Shit. Yeah, here it is. Cool. I just wanted to show you guys something. It's on another channel. Or I guess anybody on there? No. Uh, Basically, what it is, it's an F-35B over the coast of Miami, right up on the beach. I mean, it's right overhead of these people out in the surf. And hey, thank you for the thumbs up. And this thing's just hovering over, like maybe 1,000 yards out from the beach, and people are standing there and they're cheering and waving at them. And I'm wondering, it's right off the coast of Miami. It's got this white thing on top, almost looks like the thing that's on a AWACS plane, some kind of something up there. I don't know what it is. It's on top of the cockpit of this jet fighter, and it's just hovering. It's just real slow. And the thing is, I'm wondering, hey, who's that? Hey, Tammy, how you doing? That's cool. I'm glad you're here. Just showing something. I'm getting ready to show something I saw on YouTube. Freaked me out a little bit. It's basically a jet fighter. What the hell they call it? 35. What the hell was? Hang on one second. An F-35B. Sorry, was right over the surf. Like people are standing on the beach of Miami and they're looking up and pointing and waving and whatever. And this thing's just hovering. It just comes right over and it starts turning, doing little maneuvers. And everybody's thinking he's putting on a show for him. This was the video is maybe a week or so old. I don't think he was putting on a show. It's right off the coast of Miami. He might have been acting like that, but it's quite possible he literally spotted a Russian sub off of our coast, because they were saying they were all up and down around Miami, and he might have been letting them know, hey, we see you, and if you do anything, you're getting taken out. Maybe they were trying to intimidate us, bringing subs up near enough, right on the edge of the surf of Miami. Now, I don't know. That's only a theory, but wait till you see this video. I think there's more than that guy was just putting on a show for the people at the beach. He might have been, but he might also have been letting them know, we know you're there, because the Russians had submarines right off of the. Let me show you. Here you go. I don't know if you guys watch this if you can. Hopefully you can see that. And I don't know how much of this I can play. There are people on the beach there. I might have to speed it up. Yeah, hang on one second. Yeah, I'm not trying to get any kind of copyright strike. I just wanted to show this because I thought it was crazy. Let me see if I can advance it to where they actually should. Here you go. Things just hovering there and it's just doing maneuvers and stuff. I'm wondering, like, about a couple 1,000 yards off, if there's a Russian sub out there and they're letting them know that we know that they're there. So there you go. Take a look at it. I just thought that was weird. I can't play it too much longer. Hopefully I didn't cause a problem with that. But that's really weird. It might be nothing. It might be just maneuvers, or maybe they're an exercise. They're out there and they just happen to be near the coast. Whatever, I don't know. Anyway, I was on earlier. What's it say? You see that, though? To me, that's more than they're just playing around out there. There might have been somebody right off the coast, submarine, and but they don't mention it in any of the comments. Nobody else. I think like that, I guess. Maybe I jump to conclusions sometimes, but that's how you find shit, though, when you're willing to take a guess at it. It may be what's going on, because I don't see why you're taking $1 billion worth of airplane and playing around out there for people's entertainments or whatever it is, millions of dollars. It seems like maybe they were there for a reason as well, and they didn't probably want to cause a panic. Just a thought. Anyway, I wanted to talk about. I was on here the other day, Tammy, and I got a little out of hand. I was yelling whatever about censorship, and in a way, I look back and I don't regret any of it, really. I wasn't trying to be over the top, but it was over the top because I'm getting kind of tired of everybody telling you what you can and can't say. Well, here's the kicker. It's ironic that I put that out and did that, and now today all this stuff's coming out. I don't know if you've been watching the news. You have Robert Kennedy and Elon Musk and Tulsi Gabbard are all joining up with Trump's campaign, and I think the deep state's in panic big time. But what I was getting at is that they're going after Elon Musk in another country, and a guy from Telegram, is it Telegram or Telegraph? One of the other social media channels got arrested in, I don't know if it was France or somewhere. What's going on is they're trying like hell to stop the spread of conservatism. That's turning. It's, in other words, the shit's starting to, the tide's turning. There's been a lot of people going left. Now there's some righties coming around, and they don't like it. What's this? For 15 days, all videos were, what's it say? Were freezing 30. Yeah, you know what? But people tell you no, they're not censoring, or they're not, what do you call it? They're not shadow banning. Well, whatever you want to call it, something that's happening to people's channels. I know, I've experienced it. By the way, I was just getting on to telling you, which you probably already heard. This is big news. What's his name? Zuckerberg, the clown from Facebook. They just grilled him, and he gave up some secrets. He'll probably end up dead in the surf somewhere, washing up on a shore, because somebody's going to get pissed off at him. And maybe not. He's got millions to protect himself. What's that? You didn't know? Yeah, they are after him there for a minute in Congress, and he gave up the goods on Biden's administration and Kamala, whatever, however you, and he's saying that they coerced them and forced them to censor American citizens. That's against the law for the government to be doing that, sending a business after, we the people in any way, shape, or form. So basically, he's going against the Constitution and all kinds of other nice laws that he was trying to break. I'm assuming that they're going to do something about this. I think the second that, yeah, exactly. I think the second that Trump gets in, he's going to address all this stuff. They're doing everything they can to stop him. Matter of fact, I said this earlier. Who's that? Hey, how you doing? What do you think of Trump? I'm looking for, what's I say, a debate. What do I think of him? Well, one thing I know about him, he's got a better record if you compare him to Kamala. I know that they didn't say that in the news a lot of times because the mainstream media is owned, and if you say anything different, you get censorship. But wait a minute, what's this? Whistleblowing? Yeah, exactly. Causes what? Accident. Yeah, that's right. Well, that's one of the things I mentioned. There's a lot of plane troubles and stuff. J.D. Vance's plane had mechanical problems. Trump's plane had mechanical issues. There was something else. So you had another guy claiming, I think it was out in Arizona, that he was going to go after Trump. And you had the guy that shot at Trump, who mysteriously, they basically cremated him, got rid of the evidence as fast as they could, didn't they? Don't they usually hold on for a little while and look into it? And where's his parents? Evidently, now they're not The parents aren't around. There were interviews or something that they showed him walking by one time. Someone was trying to interview him, and no comment, whatever. There's a lot of weird shit with that whole thing, and it's pretty weird that all this stuff reminds me. It's like an echo of what happened back when John Kennedy was around. And there was a guy who's got a YouTube channel that was talking similar about this. What was it? Sales Daddy, and he's got another one called Son of Thunder or something like that. You probably know who I'm talking about. Go check him out. He just said something that I thought was interesting, that he thought he knew the tie-in with who was coming after Trump may actually go right back to who went after the Kennedys, indirectly through the same family. BlackRock seemed to be real interested in all this stuff, but there was a company he mentioned. Wait a minute, hang on. I still think, wait a minute, they secretly want Trump. Yeah, maybe. Yep. I don't know. But BlackRock, that guy showing up, now you're not hearing a whole lot about that dude. Larry Fink, like, he's one of the CEOs. He's hanging around with the would-be assassin, or the would-be assassin who had his head blown clean off, and all of a sudden there's no evidence left his body's gone. They cremated it, and why didn't they? I hope they should have did like an autopsy. And it seems like you don't hear nothing about any of that. I don't know whether they did or not releasing it, but also, was he on any kind of medications, any drugs, mind control? Who knows? What's this? Why did they? Exactly. That's what I want to know. But evidently, I heard that they cremated the guy. They couldn't do it quick enough, huh? There was something they're hiding. Maybe the angle of where the bullet went through him. Something. There was something they were trying to get rid of, I think. That's just my belief. I can't. What's this say? Allie Burns. What's this think of the American people decided to elect Kamala? What do I think then? They'd be pretty damn foolish. That's just my opinion. You're allowed to have yours on my channel. I ain't gonna, take that from you. But I guess everybody would take mine if I said I wanted Trump. It seems like they want to stop you from saying that a lot. Not Kamala. I'd rather have anybody than Kamala, because the girl can't string together a sentence that makes any sense. That's why they're calling her word salad. She's just... It's like a deer in the headlights. She's stunned and doesn't, she's afraid to, she's not assertive. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. And you know what? You're going to need a president that's assertive right now and not afraid to do what they got to do. If we get in a nuclear war, we're done. She hesitates. You got to have somebody that, if needs be, and that's a really bad thought there. And you don't want to get into that, but I'm just saying you have to have somebody that can look them in the eye and stand them down, the way John Kennedy did to the Russians back when it was coming down to, this is back in the 60s. I'm old enough, well, I was probably born right after Kennedy died. However, the Bay of Pigs, I think it was called, it was in Cuba. The Russians were putting missiles right in Cuba. And the weird thing is it kind of what pissed Russia off recently is we did the same thing in a way by sending armaments and supplies and trying to get Ukraine into NATO. That probably pissed the Russians off. And it's exactly kind of the same thing that they did to us. We didn't like it when we had an enemy that close at our back door, pointing weaponry at us. Kind of, we're as guilty as they are for that in a way. But people want to remember America as like we're the greatest this and that. We've done some things we shouldn't be proud of. But you know what? We've done a lot of damn good things for this country and for people. There was. However, most of that came from the citizens, not from the elites and the people that we put into office. Unfortunately, most of them are there for their own gratification, their own pocketbooks and whatnot. We need leaders that give a damn about the country, that really care. And I don't know, who's this, Allie Burns? I wasn't trying to avoid your questions. When I get talking, I'll just keep going and roll into a whole other conversation. But you did ask me, if I'm not mistaken, what would I think if America went with Kamala Harris? Personally, what I would think, I'd be damn afraid, because it's exactly what I think China would want. It's exactly what Russia would want. I think it'll weaken us. Just my opinion. What do you think? What's your opinion on all that? Because, and I'm not trying to be, what do you call it? A woman president may be a good thing, but right now at the edge of war, I don't know. I want a warrior. I want someone there that's got, a little more. And I'm not knocking women. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, because women are highly intelligent, and there are women who, in my opinion, would make great presidents at certain times. But when it comes down to war, which we're that close to, whatever, I think we need somebody like Trump in there. It's my opinion. What's it say? She has zero experience. Yes, exactly, Tammy. She does. Yeah, we don't need a rookie in there too. On top of that, and there's a lot of stuff. Now, yeah, here's the thing. You're probably looking at it from what you're hearing, and we're looking at it from, meaning the other side, Trump's side. We're looking at through a different form of propaganda, because it is. It's all, a lot of it's propaganda on both sides, being real about it. But what's really the best thing for America right now? This whole woke kind of culture and everything, it's a little out of control for right now. It's just, personally, I don't agree with any of that. Now, I don't know if I even came close to answering what you were asking. I think you asked me what I thought of if the country went and voted Kamala. Here's what I thought. And I hope I don't offend you, but I'm just going to tell you what I think. Then the media did their job and brainwashed people to not question anything. What's her experience level? Is she really the best candidate? You see, no, she's the most popular. She's like Taylor Swift, except for dumber. So we'll vote for her, because she's popular. We got our priorities and shit mixed up. We're at a time when we need somebody that can fix the economy, stop the World War III. And you know what? I just said a minute ago that, you want a guy in there, is tougher and all that stuff. Sometimes you got to stop the war. It's almost a deterrent. You don't have to come in there all, it's too peaceful. You got to be peaceful. You want peace, but in my opinion, you still got to be tough enough. They're not going to push you around, because there's a lot of bullies out there. That's the way the world works, and they're going to try. You got Russia and China are going to. If she gets in, mark my words, they're going to get awful brazen and do a hell of a lot more than if Trump got in. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to hop off of that question. I hope I answered you. Thank you, everybody who put a thumbs up there. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, what's up? Oh, wait a minute. Hang on 1 second. Hey, Doctor Who, what, where? I thought I should have recognized you. I only got like 3 mods. I saw that it's in blue writing. How you been, dude? What's going? I'm just hanging out, talking. I'm waiting to get my other channel back next couple days. And what's this say down here? I don't know. What's that? You're Yankees fan? Kind of, yeah. You know what? I'm a Phillies fan at heart, and the Yankees got us that one year. But I used to like the Yankees. But if you go back far enough to my childhood, I liked the Oakland A's. The Reggie Jackson was there, and then he went to the Yankees. But Phillies fan first. But I like the Yankees. Why? Who's your team, dude? or do you even follow baseball? I'll be honest though. Realistically, I kind of lost a lot of what's it say? The Chicago Cubs. That's cool. A guy at work is a Cubs fan. And you know what? I was glad to see the Cubs do good that one year just recently. Because, man, talk about, they remind me of Philadelphia in a lot of ways, not necessarily just the Phillies. We always had a rough time as sports teams in Philly, it seems like. Until recent times, we had a few good, Eagles finally won a Super Bowl, and Phillies won a couple World Series there. Here's the deal. I think that, unfortunately, with sports, it got too political, and it's too much money in the game. The love of the game doesn't seem to be there with these players as much as it was when I was growing up. Pete Rose is now, granted, Pete Rose loved the money too because he ended up betting himself right out of the Hall of Fame ever, from what I understand. What's this? Mike Schmidt, exactly. Home run hitter. You guys had Dave Kingman with the Cubs, and always hitting it above the ivy on the wall there. Did they ever? You know what? This is how bad it is. I thought they were going to get rid of Wrigley Field, but I guess they never will. Where are they at now? They're still at Wrigley? Because I haven't watched a major league. Well, that's not true. I haven't watched the Cubs recently in the last couple of years. What's this? Bill Buckner, exactly. You must be close to my age, dude. These are all the players I remember back in the day. But I always felt bad for the Cubs. And same with another team, that while we're on the sports here for a moment, is like the Cleveland Browns, football-wise. They've had a rough road, man, What's this? Wrigley Field is still... Yep. That's telling you, I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention last 2 years or so. And I thought they were still at Wrigley, but I thought or did Chicago White Sox change venues? Are they in a different stadium? Maybe I heard something about them. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you're old enough to remember, back in the day, the Chicago White Sox uniform was totally different. It was red and white. Almost looked a little bit like the Phillies colors. And I'm sorry if I'm boring anybody who's not a sports fan. I'll hop off this in a minute. I just like to... Yep. I tell you, that's one of the reasons I liked Oakland A's had a really crazy looking uniform. How many other baseball teams were green and white, and yellow? They just had a different uniform than any of them. So I started watching when Reggie got there, Reggie Jackson, and who else? He had Vida Blue, Catfish Hunter. Anyway, let me hop off the baseball for a few minutes because I was just talking about what's going on. What's this? What's that? Oh, yeah, the Pirates. Yeah. Well, the Pirates had a great team in the 70s. Remember the We Are Family? I don't know if you're old enough to remember that. There was they won a championship there, or a couple of them, I guess. Willie Stargell, they call him Pops, and Roberto Clemente, Mr. Baseball. He was awesome. And again, I was a kid. I remember, what's that? Dave Winfield, exactly. He had a cannon for an arm. Oh, wait a minute. Winfield was... I'm thinking of Dave Parker and Dave Winfield. Two different... Winfield, was he with the Padres as well? And Yankees? Or am I mistaken? I hope we didn't chase people who aren't baseball fans off the thing. I'll hop off here in a second. It's cool to talk to somebody from the Yanks. Okay, Winfield was with the Yanks. Yep. I thought he was with the Padres. Maybe not. Yanks. All right. Wait a minute. Dave Winfield. I think he did play with the Padres for. Am I mistaken? Somebody. I'm after Pirates. Yeah, but he did play with the Padres, though, right? Anyway, let me hop off that and get back to what I was talking about, if I can remember what the hell I was talking about. But thanks for talking about baseball back in the day. It's good memories. When life was better, when you could enjoy stuff and less crap going on. One of the things I was working towards was I walked into the Dollar Tree today, and this is disturbing because I filmed a few videos in the Dollar Tree lately of how little stuff's getting in there, and it's getting worse, really bad all of a sudden. And nobody, I was looking around and I'm watching people as they're shopping. Nobody seems to be bothered by it, or they're like, they got horse blinders on, or they can't. There's no expression. It's if they're afraid to say anything. Like, this kind of sucks. I wonder if this is because the elites are basically tightening the screws on society right now because they want full control over us. And if you go back to Henry Kissinger's saying about he who controls the food controls the people, and they're getting ready to really hamstring us. Watch. We're going to go into civil war or world war. I really believe that. Now, you can believe whatever you want, but I see all the things that are happening, and I've been around long enough to see that I think we're in for some really shitty times coming up as we get closer to the election, too. What's that say? Kamala lacks of experience. Yeah, exactly. I'd rather, right now, we need somebody that's been there and somebody that has brass balls, pardon my French, but have to be brave enough if the shit hits the fan to make the right calls. She looks like she'd hesitate in a heartbeat. She can't even form a sentence that means anything, really. And if she doesn't want to debate Trump, which is scary. Trump's actually probably a pretty good debater, I'm guessing. As far as debating, I don't even pay a whole lot of attention to, the debates here and there, bits and pieces of it. But you need somebody that's willing to, that's not going to blink if the shit hits the fan. They stare down the enemy, so to speak. We're in a time of war, whether you like it or not. You need a president that's going to bring peace, but at the same time, they can't be Chicken Little or yellow stripe down their back. They got to have some guts. That's just my opinion here. What's this say? What's that? My local Dollar Tree is trash. Half of the stuff is... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're selling food that's almost on the edge of it being expired. Like, it's going on the shelf and then going into the dumpster, shortly after, because it's coming in late, I think, too. Like, I mean... just watching how it used to be and how it is now. And they're only hitting the Dollar Tree first. I mean, the cheaper end stores. But you go to like a rich neighborhood and go shopping in, one of the big name things, they seem to be still doing a lot better than the other ones. But you're starting to see gaps in their... For a little while, I stocked shelves back in the day. And one of the things, you had to face out the cans and make it look like you're filling up the... It's hard to explain, but if you've done it, you know what I'm talking about. And it's getting harder and harder for them to make it look like there's something on the shelves. They're doing all kinds of different things to try to fill out the store, but it's not helping. It's looking really bad. But like I was saying, people seem to be afraid to stand up and say anything or point it out. They're go along to get along. Go along. No, you can't do that. You might offend somebody. The other day I went on here and I went over the top with. I shouldn't have done what I did, but I get so damn mad sometimes at watching people's reaction as the world burns down around them. They barely even it doesn't even register. Pretty soon it's going to get so bad out there that they're going to have to wake up, and when they do, they're going to be worthless. If we all need to pull together to survive what's coming, in my opinion, we're done, because people are still snoozing. They're still afraid to, to look the devil in the eyes and stand your ground. That's what we're going to end up having to do, in my opinion, is that it's going to get rough, and I just think people got to get their shit together fast. And maybe I'm over the top. Maybe you think I'm exaggerating, but I'm not. No, I don't see any reaction. I think people are looking at you like, dude, you're crazy. No, unfortunately, I don't think I'm crazy. I think, well, maybe a little bit, but really, I'm worried. I'm worried for America. I love our country. I love the people in our country. Not real happy with the politicians. They seem to be there to fill their own pockets. Uh, it is what it is, and that's just what bums me out. Is I also know about history, and history will repeat itself, especially if people refuse to learn it and they just want to take what someone says on the street that this happened or that happened. If you do your own research and pay attention and use discernment too, because let's face it, even our history books are full of shit sometimes. We're not getting for all of our lives. They've been watering down the truth or burying it a little bit here and there, and I don't even know that we even went to the moon. That's how unsure of everything. I'm starting to doubt it. Whatever. There's a lot of stuff that I don't 100% believe anymore. If I ever did, I think when I was young and you didn't have any reason to question anything. As it got harder for the elites to lie to us because we started to see that there was a pattern that there were, that's bullshit, that's bullshit, that's bullshit. They ran out. It's like sweeping dirt under a rug. They ran out of rug to hide the dirt. It's coming out. They can't hide it anymore. That's what I believe is happening in society right now. But most people are just. There's two ways you can go. You can either stand up and try to do what's right and watch things and have discernment and try to figure out, use your brain, not your ears necessarily. Or you can be a zombie and just listen to everything that they're saying on the news and everything and never question anything. Questioning things is healthy, believe it or not. People think, no, you can't do that. No, it's how your brain operates. That's how you learn, I can't think of an example, but what the hell did I... Hang on one second. This is thirsty work. I got a Dr. Pepper here I forgot to open. It's hot in here. I got my air conditioner running. It feels like it's like I'm sitting on the sun for some reason. The air conditioner's probably messed up. Anyway, I just believe that people need to question things because we're bombarded with horse shit and propaganda. Now, here's the next thing, just jumping from that to, and I don't want to talk too much on this because this is where I got my strike with a medical misinformation. That's all I'm going to say. I was talking about, I think, about a week or two ago. You can't even say the word without causing a problem, more or less. The thing is though, that here we go again now. They're talking about what's called triple E. I don't know if you guys heard about this. It's Eastern Equine Encephalitis, and that can make your brain swell, sick as hell, basically kill you. I think it's close to similar in a way from what I heard. I think meningitis does something similar, whatever, different whole thing. And I don't really want to talk too much more on this, but there supposedly today I heard Patrick Humphreys has a channel. You can go check this out. That he was saying that a trucking company got some kind of contract from a pharmaceutical company to start moving large quantities of something around. So you figure it out. I think maybe they're getting ready to do that thing, and next we get to wear the little passport saying we're clean and we can go live our lives till they say differently, which will be till the next booster. Then you got to go and get another one. Not that I'm going to play that game. What's this say? Hang on. Okay. What's this? You don't think if they raise the minimum wage, people would care more? No, I think they need to raise the minimum wage, if that's what you're asking, and would they care more? There's people probably tell you that that'll cause the prices to go. I don't understand all the economics of what happens when they do lift that, but people need to make more money, and maybe business has got to be just a little bit less greedy too. It's shrinkflation. You're getting less for your dollar. I don't know. When you're in business, you're trying to make money. I get that. But if you give a damn about our country, maybe back off the gas pedal a little bit and stop trying to. Everything's got to be a huge success all at once. Like, look at Walmart during the last pandemic, made a shit ton of money. If they cared about America, I have to say, all the money they were allowed to make when mom and pop shops weren't, maybe they should have been made to give back some of that somehow to fix things in America. I don't know that they did, but maybe they could have put a little bit of money back since they were not held to the same standards of mom and pop shops. They were allowed to go, oh yeah, go just run your business. Everything's good, you know. Actually, the one thing they did do, and I don't know if you guys ever went to Walmart, they literally had you walk in one door and go out the other, and like the aisles, you could only walk one direction. A sneeze can go about 15 to 20 feet, you know. They're telling you stay 6 feet apart. All that crap. Oh, by the way, hey, see, this is what I do. I jump around a lot. I don't know if you guys heard, Fauci just got Dr. Fauci got out of the hospital, I guess it was a couple days ago. West Nile virus he had. Let's see, who's this? Shark Jones Fortnite. How you doing? Thank you for stopping by. Actually, so far, it's pretty good, dude. The other day, I was a little upset. I got a little out of control. But I'm good. I'm behaving myself today. But everything I said, I meant. I mean, I wasn't trying to, you know, go overboard, but evidently I did a little bit. When I went back and looked at it, I'm like, I could. What's it say? I used. Okay, you used to shop there? Yep. And to be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of Walmart, Target, and all these stores. But, I mean, I'm forced to go there sometimes. There's not a whole lot left out around where I'm at. There is, but you got to go a distance. And a lot of times, well, the big stores got all the stuff. But watch, they're going to start. They're emptying out, too. Walmart's less stuff there. But they're basically going to starve out all the little stores. And, oh, wait a minute. There's a lot to talk about because that just reminded me of something. If you're going to go buy seeds or you plan on doing some gardening next year, they're going to start. This is just happening. I believe it passed a law where you're going to have a license to have a frickin' garden on your frickin' property. You want to grow some tomatoes? Okay, you can pay Uncle Sam some money to do that. Now, in other words, you have that license that you registered that you got food there. That's also, if it gets really bad, they know who's got food and who doesn't. They're going to come and maybe share it, like communism, come in and take it from you and share it in your community. You know, if you did all the labor on that and you want to share, that's great. But if they come in and take food away from your family that you went and worked on that isn't right. That's just my opinion. What's this say? We've got Homeland here too. What's that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's crazy. How you doing? Hey, Nugget Man, how you doing, dude? Good to see you. How you feeling all right today? I know you said you weren't feeling that well the other day. What's BS, Tammy? What about the garden thing? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. How the hell is somebody going to tell you? Meanwhile, like I said, the stores are emptying out, but don't go grow any food for you or your family. If you got children to feed, you're going to have to depend on the government. That's the whole thing. He who has the food controls the people. I think it's Henry Kissinger. I said this maybe earlier today, or in this live stream even. They want to put the screws to us, turn the vice a little harder because it's coming to the mark of the beast time. They're literally starting a new great reset that is basically going to put us in an economic system that we're all going to be screwed with. That it's slavery. And a lot of people think, this will be great. You just have a chip in your hand. You can do whatever you want. No, you're a slave, and you'll find out later on. It's not going to be that good, in my opinion, all right? I got to keep saying my opinion because you don't know. It's like walking through a minefield having a conversation anymore because you might hit something that trip off the algorithm. Wait a minute. I've got... You got COVID? No, that sucks, dude. Yeah, it was popped out around here. It's weird because I thought, and what kind of weather are you guys having over there in Ireland? Because I thought viruses didn't do real well in hot weather, but we're already starting to see it around here and everything. Um, I heard an epidemiologist on I guess it was a YouTube video or somewhere on TV, I can't remember, a while back saying viruses usually do better in cooler weather than they do when it's real hot out. Yeah, I mean, some viruses can last through heat, probably, whatever. I got to stay away from medical stuff. They're got their ear to everything I say. So watch what I say. What's it say? Bad and good. Yeah. So what's that? Yeah, you could, but it's a matter of time. Yeah, this is going to sound like you're a conspiracy guy. You realize even when you're inside your house, if law enforcement wants to, and I bet you they probably do. You ever hear a stingray? They can listen to your phone calls from a couple miles down the road or a mile, whatever the hell it is. Well, that's only one thing they got in their arsenal of spying on us. They can literally see through the walls at this point, whether your local police department would have that. I know the federal government does. Satellites and everything else. They know where you are in your home. That's how they get these guys with not Stinger missiles, cruise missiles or whatever. When they take out these terrorists, they know where they're at in the building and everything else. And that's how they do that. What's it say? I remember when the candle shop burned. A candle shop burned down. It's not really funny. Wait a minute. Everyone stood around. That's great, dude. I didn't get to the end of that. That's funny as shit. Exactly, but that's my point, dude. People will be singing around the bonfire as the cities burn, Drop a nuke in here and they'll be like warming their hands and roasting marshmallows if they're left alive anywhere. People can't admit that we're in trouble and it's time to wake the hell up. That's just my opinion. Yeah, so look through walls. Yeah, and that's not paranoia. They actually have the ability to do that. Now, whether they're going to do that, I don't know. But as time goes on, they're talking about AI. They're going to have AI law enforcement sooner or later. They're actually talking, I think, within a month or so, of having AI Uber. Is it Uber or Lyft? No, it's AI. I mean, sorry, it's Uber. That's going to be AI. In other words, they'll come pick you up, a robot car, and if they don't like you, who's to say they don't send you flying at 100 miles an hour into a telephone pole? I know that sounds off the hook, but they could do political assassinations like that, hack into a computer. I don't trust those. I would never get in an Uber car that doesn't have a human being behind the wheel. What's it say? Yep. What's it say? Buy one. Exactly. Exactly. It's crazy. We're in a world that's changing so rapidly. It's unbelievable. I mean, literally, it's technology's like doubling and tripling and quadrupling in less and less time, and it's going to be our downfall. Elon Musk even said stuff about it, yet he's pushing it. Like, 1 minute he's like, yeah, we need to get this Neuralink going and all this other stuff, and the other minute he's saying, well, we got to watch because AI can turn on us. Make up your mind, dude. I personally think we're human beings and we should only be dealing with... I personally don't think we need to go down the whole robot road too soon. Are we that lazy we can't do any manual labor or anything? Or is it because you want to wipe half of us out and replace us with robots, whatever, AI? And here's the next thing. Hey, Hispanic people and other people who are coming into the country to get work here, know that you're next. That you'll get in here maybe, and they'll hook you up, and we'll be gone. You know, the white people and the black people. We'll be down the river, or should I say, in the ground sooner or later, and it'll be your turn to be kicked to the curb when they bring in robots. See, they want to get rid of a lot of people, shortening the population because they're greedy and they want more for themselves. That's really what it's about. These people didn't know how to play with other kids when they were growing up, meaning they didn't believe in sharing or nothing. And I'm not into communism, but you can let people live. You know, you don't have to take everything. You know, it's ridiculous. I don't even know if you get my point, but things are really messed up. What's it say? Yeah, yep. When did people get what's it say? Mod or mad? It's mad. When did they get mad? Probably when they started to realize they're being lied to 24/7. You guys are having it happen over there. You seeing things that ain't true or ain't fair happening, and it's pissing people off. Yeah, and you know, I personally watch it happen over here all the time in where I live, and even in the places I worked and stuff. It's starting to see it a little bit at a time. Things are changing in society. Wait a minute. Hang on. Does that say mad? Mod? M-O-D? Mod. That's like a term. Back in the day, I used to be a Who fan, and the mods were a group of youth that used to ride GS scooters, and I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Oh, wait a minute. Moderator. Oh, you know what, Nugget Man? Let me make you a moderator. You know what? You've been here long enough. You definitely, yeah, hang on. Give me a minute. Yeah, you weren't here that day. You called out sick. Yeah, about a week ago, I made a couple people moderators. Let me hook you up. I'm sorry about that. Give me 1 minute. Let me find out how to do this again. Here you go. That should do it. Standard moderator. There you go, dude. There you go. Now you're a mod. Sorry about that. I would have hooked you up earlier. Oh, something happened. There we go. Can you get... Oh, all good? There you go. Yeah, I just started making mods for the channel. I figured maybe they'll leave me alone. If you guys see me do anything, you know, that it's going to get me a strike, warn me. And also, maybe you can keep less amount of trolls on there. If somebody's just saying something, I don't want them kicked off the channel. And I can take a little bit of joking and whatnot. It's when somebody's distracting the shit out of you and just keeps it up and keeps it up. Then they got to go after a while. You know, it's not fair to everybody else that's trying to listen to me and the other people in the chat if somebody's just totally pulling the conversation all over the board. I do that enough on my own, not even realizing that I'm doing it, because like I say all the time, I must have a little bit of attention deficit disorder, because I'll jump from subject to subject to subject. So you never know what I'm going to be talking about. Start out talking about something, end up way over here talking about something else. Eventually I get back to that other spot. What's that? You got it, brother. You got it. So how's everything over there, dude? Everything cool in Ireland? Have you been fishing, dude? I know you were telling me you went fishing that one day. You saltwater fish, right? You're out there in the ocean. I don't know if you were here earlier. I had a video I was playing of there was what do you call it? An F-35B jet fighter. Hope you guys come back there. It sucks. I was right in the middle of talking about something. My battery went dead. What a bummer. Hopefully you guys come back on. If anybody's there, throw me a thumbs up or let me know you're there. There you go. Cool, Nugget Man. Thanks for hanging around. Sorry, my battery went dead. I just was going to check it. I knew I had to be low. I got my wire from out the other room, and I'm plugged in. I'm probably got like 2%, but it's charging. It's on rapid charge. Sorry about that. Hope everybody comes back. Anybody else there? Wait a minute. Hang on. You're almost... Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm waiting. Hopefully everybody... What were we just talking about? Fishing? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you're the only one that had faith that I'd be back. I guess maybe they're coming back. Cool. Somebody hopped on there. Yeah, that sucked. I just went to check the battery, swiped the thing, and it went dead the second. Hey, good. Tammy's back too. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I knew I was running low. I should have had the wire. I'm right next to an outlet. I got it charging now. Hopefully, hang on. Hopefully it'll be all right. Let me see what I got battery-wise. Right now I'm on 2%, but it's quick charging, so hopefully I can hang on here. But if I go offline again, which I don't think I will, hang around, I'll jump back on. I'm off the next 2 days, and probably going to try to hang on here for a little while longer anyway. Shit, I was just about to say something. That's what I do. I ramble a lot, and then I'll start thinking about something else. And I had something I was about to say, and I went to check the battery and went dead like that. Second I checked it. Hang on 1 second. Let me sit this phone back down here. That's better. You don't have to look up my nostrils here when it's up close to me. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. The other day, I was on here, just bitch session, and I was getting so pissed off. I'll show you what I was doing. Like, I had the phone up here, I'm talking into it, and all you can see is a close-up on my nose and my mustache and shit. And I was just going on a rant. Anyway, what do we got here? What's that? Yeah, still powerlifting or weightlifting? What are you bench pressing now, dude? You said it was some pretty big number last time. Did you say like 400 or I remember you saying you bench pressed a hell of a lot of weight. Can you guys hear me all right? I didn't lose the sound or anything, did I? 435? Okay, cool. You guys hear me? Yeah, the other day, someone was saying, I was, like I said, I was bitching and complaining, yeah, and rightfully so up to a point, and maybe I took it a little bit more than I should have. Who's this? Hey, okay, cool. Thanks for coming back on. Yeah, I went to check the battery. I knew I was low, and the wire was in the other room. So when I checked it, phone went dead almost instantly. So, did you guys hear me say, oh shit? I don't know if you heard that. How you doing? Who's that? Jessica Ralston. Thanks for stopping by. I was doing a live stream, and all of a sudden I went to check I knew the battery was low. I'm on my phone. And it just, as soon as I checked it, it went off. And I ran in, grabbed my wire. It took me about a minute to get it charged. Right now, it's probably on about 3%. But it's charging quick. Hopefully it'll be all right. Let's see how long. I was on there for about 55 minutes already. Anyway, I forget what. Oh, I was talking about. They're talking about charging. You have to have a license to grow a garden now. Soon. I don't know if they passed the law yet, or if they're trying to. I think it might have already passed, but don't quote me on that. But Google that when you get a chance. I just heard about the other day. That's insane. You own the property. You paid an arm and a leg to get a chunk of land, and they're not going to allow you to grow your own produce. Yet there's shortages on vegetables and everything else. Well, yeah, that makes sense though, because they're basically screwing our farmers too. So why are they going to let you grow anything. Uh, they're stopping farmers from getting water. They're claiming, water rights and stuff, shutting off rivers and everything else that supply our farms. To say that's not going to happen in Ireland. Why not, Nugget Man? Are they leaving you alone that way? Because it's happening over here. Like I think Idaho and out west, they're having problems. It's just they're killing bees. You're right, exactly. New Zealand, there's something called. I did a video on this. I'm trying to remember the name of the disease. It's something crazy. I can't even remember it now. I'm getting too damn old. But I just did that video a month or two back. The bees are dying off, and I don't know if you noticed this. At least where I'm at, we used to go outside when I was younger, go back 20 years even, maybe not even that long ago. You'd see like butterflies everywhere, not everywhere, but a hell of a lot more. There used to be a lot more lightning bugs and all kinds of different bees, and I see less and less. And I think it's ultraviolet lights killing some of this stuff off. May have something to do with, what do you call it? Ozone depletion and everything else. But that's not the common man so much as the factories around the world, China and all these big companies that are doing the damage. They don't seem to be bothered too much. I mean, they go after them with regulations and shit. But if you pay the right people, they evidently you can still do business. And what's this say? Hang on. Yep. We farm to. They're killing. Yep. Hang on. I have a beef farm. Do you really, Nugget? That's cool. Pesticides, insecticides, and herbicides. Yeah, all that Roundup and all that other crap that's killing us. They're saying Roundups may have caused some people to get, I think it was lymphoma. And my younger brother, who I took care of for a while, he had lymphoma. It's in remission, I guess, or something. It's I don't know if it's cured. He doesn't live with me anymore. I took care of him for years. He also had mental issues, but he had lymphoma, and I wonder, he was on medications that could have caused it. But all the crap we're ingesting too, like bottled water, the plastics in the bottle, the things in our regular tap water, because they're saying forever chemicals. All this stuff is definitely adding to the cancer rates and everything else. What's this say? Allergy to this. Yeah, exactly. What else you got there? Pesticides, everything. Yeah. There's so much crap in everything anymore. And now they're finally starting to talk about this, the chemtrailing. That was for real. That is for real. And some of it came out a while back. I remember hearing that they were spraying aluminum particulates. Now, I got to watch what I say, because I don't even know. I know that the chemtrails are not a topic that you can hang on there too long. You may say something to get the algorithm going after you. So I'm not even going to go there, but maybe another day. What's this? Yeah, exactly. So is that a common practice where you're at, Nugget Man? People growing or having bee farms? I think people should be doing it everywhere, really, because that's what's giving us our oxygen, believe it or not. The bees are keeping it pollinating and causing more plants to grow, which is giving us more oxygen. And that's the whole thing that cracks me up. They're talking about carbon footprints and this and that, and they should be planting trees and everything else to give us more oxygen, but they're not. They're not really rebuilding the forest. They're want to build 15-minute cities and super highways connecting them, and I don't see that these people are really doing anything for the ecology anyway. That's just my opinion. What's it say? I'm thinking of proposing to my girlfriend. That's cool. What's the deal with laws over there about farming? Are they leaving you guys alone on that? Because there's a lot of weird rules popping up over here, and I think New Zealand's having problems too. What's that say? Exactly. Um, yeah, the government can go pound sand basically on that. People need to eat, but they don't want you to, grow your own fruits and vegetables and do anything for yourself. Back during World War II, they did. They told you, have a victory garden. Now it's like, nah, just be defeated and don't grow anything and starve to death. And if you don't, we're going to come and take it from you anyway. So, yeah, that's the message I'm getting from these people. They don't want us alive. It's getting more and more obvious. And if you can't see, it's because you choose not to. Because it's kind of fucking scary when you think about it. That our own government, who, as children growing up, you're thinking, they can do no wrong early on in life. And as you get wiser, you see that it's nothing but corruption. It's terrible. It's that no laws. Yep. No laws on the farming. Yeah. So far, give the WEF a little bit of time. If they probably have you guys more in a stranglehold right now for other things. They're doing certain things around the world to certain areas. It seems, for control. That's what it seems to me, anyway. What's it say? The poor Dutch farmers. You know what? I give credit to the French, I think it's the Dutch, and anybody else who stood up. These farmers went and they fought back. I mean, they're taking your livelihood. They're trying to take your land and do whatever they want, as if they were kings and queens still, and you're just a peasant. And people don't want to play that. So anybody that stands up, they're okay in my book, because don't let them take it easy. Fight them, Fight them every inch of the way. Why not? You have a right to exist. You have a right to feed your family. You have a right to, go about your business without someone interfering. You have a right to speak freely. You have a right to, tote a gun around in America to protect yourself and your family. And anybody that tells you differently, they don't know nothing about the Constitution, or they don't care about it, so they're no good commie in my book. And I'll leave it at that. Let me see something here. Let me see how much time or how much battery I got left. Anybody still on there? Or did I bore ask you guys to tears and you ran away? I'm at 4%, so it is charging. What do we got here? I'm at over an hour. Anybody on there? I was getting ready to kill the lot. Oh, there we go. People, will have a common interest defending against government. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 9/11 came and we all pulled together. And the government didn't seem like our enemy at the time, but they may have been, let's just say they probably were involved to some degree. Certain portions of our government knew stuff and probably let that happen. That's as far as I'll go with that. Meanwhile, today, but you look back at 9/11 before I talk about today. Right after that happened, everybody pulled together and the country became one and became strong for a while. I'm hoping that people can pull together, but there's so much division. They've literally pitted one side against the other. There's all this hate speech and racism and this and that, and they're trying to pull a race war where there isn't any. It's nowhere near as bad as it was back in like the 1950s and even earlier than that. People have started to learn how to get along a lot better, but they don't want to let us have that. They're still starting these little fires everywhere to try to get shit going, get everybody all worked up. And we don't play into it, screw them. Anyway, what do we got here? I bought a ring for her. Any advice for me about how I should propose? I don't know, dude. I'm trying to think of a good way to do it. There you go. Tammy nailed it right there. That's why you're a moderator, Tammy. You're highly intelligent and quick-witted, and you're on the ball. What the hell was I going to say? Something I was just about to say. Jeez. Well, that's cool. You found somebody, Nugget Man, and hopefully, yeah, hopefully everything will go good, and she'll say yes. Think positive, and the only thing I would say is it's kind of scary raising kids in this environment now. If you guys decide on having kids, that's the sad thing. The world's so screwed up, And sometimes I feel like a downer when I say this stuff, but it's depressing sometimes. What's that? Yeah. Anyway, probably, let me see. I think I'm going to end this soon. I'm running low again. Wait a minute. I'm up to 5%. We got it. It's showing. Here's the weird thing. Are you guys seeing? It's showing how many people are up there. It says 0, and yet I'm still talking to both of you guys. And I think there was another person on here a minute ago. It's like they want to discourage you from going on this a lot of times. Anyway, look, mine says 7. All right, mine now says 1 because you just said that they had to put somebody back up there. Now it says 2. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know why everybody's would be different. Now maybe there's a delay. There's a lot of things that make no sense with this. So anyway, Tammy, what happened with your phone? Was it the phone itself, or only when you went on like YouTube? I guess some soda here. You were having a problem with YouTube, I guess, right? 2 years, that's a pretty good amount of time. Get to know somebody pretty good in 2 years. Only on YouTube. That makes me suspicious that maybe they're messing. Did that, just out of curiosity, was it just recently it started? Was it right after? Wait a minute. Yeah, maybe. Is it? Here's the deal. Remember, you couldn't get any notifications from me? I've had shit happen to my channel before like that. And then the other day, somebody said, oh, no, it's people are just not wanting, to jumping by you instead of hopping on. You're not being suppressed. And yeah, in a way, I am. They're only sending out. Yeah, my videos are probably going out to like, Antarctica and China, places where they don't barely speak. It's not getting around to, somebody that would even maybe be interested in what I'm talking about. Well, then I got to take that back because I actually had a couple people from Russia on the other day that were actually kind of into the conversation, and they spoke English, but I feel like I'm sent to Siberia or the North Pole or something. My videos it gets suppressed, and I think if you say certain things, they probably target you that way. But people are still denying that happens. Believe me, dude, that is lawfare happening? Yes, it is. So if our own government's doing it to other members of the government, of course they're messing with us. They're blocking us every which way they can and doing whatever the hell they want to us. You don't think even the companies are joining in on censorship and everything? That's just my opinion. I got to keep saying that to make sure you know that. I don't, I'm not trying to push opinions on you. I'm just saying my opinion. Because I don't need another strike of anything I said. What's this? Live show music every vid. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know. But for some reason, they're messing with you probably. Maybe it's a glitch, and it's happening to a lot of people. But, that's hard to believe. So I've seen some things that almost look intentional. Different things that, have you ever been texting something out, like an answer on here, and they're purposely, it looks like the thing's just going haywire, it's printing the wrong words and shit. and you know damn well you hit the right button. And for me, I'm half blind, but every now and then I seen it. It's the auto print or whatever the hell you call it. There's mistakes in that you know damn well you spelled the word right and it didn't come out right. And I wonder if somebody's sabotaging sometimes. You know, what's this? Okay, Nugget Man, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you, dude. And good luck with the proposal. Hopefully she says yes, dude. I'm not going to hang on a whole lot longer, I think. I'm up to an hour and 10 minutes here. And that's not bad, considering I got interrupted for a few minutes there. What's it say? Your keyboard freezes too. Do you think they have the ability, like YouTube, to mess with that shit? Or, you know, I wonder. It seems like it sometimes. And I remember, do you remember Dave, the guy from the Common Sense show? Dave, why am I forgetting his last name? He's only been gone for a little while. Great channel. I don't know if you remember Dave, right? He had issues, technical issues near the end that I never saw him have. Yep. Never seemed to have before. And what happened is he started getting hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and they didn't like that he was getting that popular, and they were trying to screw with him. And then they booted him off out of the blue because they couldn't take him down. Like with all the games they were playing, he was keeping his cool. So they just had almost no reason to take him down. And I actually did a video asking YouTube to bring him back, saying, yeah, come on. Yeah. He actually he was trying to work within the system and comply, but it was getting ridiculous as shit. And I don't think it's fair. And I don't know. I don't even want to get in on it because I keep talking about this shit and I'm putting myself in danger. I'm trying to get my other channel up and running again. So hopefully, what's this say? Lift the veil too. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of crap going on right now. Did you see all the? I don't know if I mentioned this earlier. There's all kinds of shit happening right now all around the world, but a lot about free speech and stuff's happening. If they shut us up and people aren't allowed to speak, that's when the tyrants are really going to let us have it. And at the same time, they're going to try to grab the guns first before they really come crashing in on our world. Because if they can get everybody's guns out of their hands, then there's nobody who can stand up. You know, it's happening over in Australia and England. The government's kind of bullying the people. It looks like to me. They work for us. We voted them in. They're supposed to be our representatives, and they're doing what they want, filling their pockets with money, and don't seem to give a shit or any representation for us. It's ridiculous. So, anyway, Tammy, thank you for stopping by. Hopefully your what's this? Yeah, exactly. We got to fire them. Vote them all out. Every last one of them bums. It's crazy. I don't know how the hell. Yeah, I do. I was about to say I don't know how they got in there. It's a rigged game. You got corruption up to our eyeballs in government office. They're cheating, and it's the only way that they stay in there. And now they're almost owning up to it. You know, they're saying stuff that's pretty much saying they're admitting to it, and that they're going to do it again. They're bringing people in from another country, trying to make them legal all of a sudden. It's cheating, you know, and you can't believe these people. If they're that desperate to hold on to the power, you better watch out for those people. They would blow everything up and roll over the ashes if that's all they could do. These are psychopaths that are running our government, you know? So anyway, probably, should I hang on a little longer, see if we get any more on here, or see what I got battery-wise. Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, the battery's still holding up. It's up to about 6 or 7%. It's just hang on a little while longer. This will be like the longest live stream I've done yet, I think. I'm at an hour and 15 minutes right now. Yeah, what's it say people-wise on your end there up top, Tammy? Can you see how many people are on this live stream? Man. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, yeah, it's probably nobody else on there now. I probably bored them to sleep. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, Tammy. Appreciate you. And probably I'll probably be doing a couple of them next couple of days, and hopefully I get. I think it said I was had one strike, but it was 14 days. So actually, I think they did me a favor. They were probably ready to give me a second strike and didn't, but they gave me the time off the channel. I think. I don't have to go look one more time, but that's what it looked like. I just read it earlier, and so I think it leaves me to about Friday. Maybe I'll be in the clear then. And you know what? It's probably better for right now anyway. I got to watch because the strikes add up fast sometimes. They actually killed my first channel pretty quickly. It was like 1, 2, 3. Two of them came at once, and then I was didn't realize. Next thing I know, I lost my channel, and I probably could have contested that. It wasn't even worth it, and I started this new one. But anyway, I'm gonna call that it. Thanks, Tammy. Hey, you've been over? Has Mass One been on tonight at all? I haven't seen him run any live streams recently. I haven't been over to see anybody's live streams. I just recently I was working a lot there for a few days. Not a lot, but I was going to probably stop there briefly, and then I'm just going to call it a night. And he might not even be doing a live stream. Have a good one, Tammy. Thanks again. And what's this? I don't think so. Monty was on. Oh, I saw him. I saw some of that. Monty was on last night. Yep. Yeah. Probably. There you go. Have a good one. God bless. Take it easy, Tammy. Thanks again. And I'm glad you're a moderator. Helps me out when you're on here. It makes it easier. You add just enough to keep me going. Thanks again. Have a good night.